Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Joe Zamataro from PWC Muscle, and joined with me is my good friend and business partner, Greg Hall.
What's up, guys?
We have a great episode lined up for you today, and I'm super excited. After all, this is Gasparilla Weekend, our annual Pirate Invasion Festival here in Tampa. On top of that, representing other events of the weekend, Greg's got his hockey jersey on for the Lightning. We have the NHL All Star Game going on this weekend as well, so it's a mixed bag. And we also have the NFC AFC Championship games to get to in this episode.
Yeah, great couple weeks of football. Too bad my Jacksonville Jaguars lost out, but excited to talk about that for sure.
Oh man, let's go with that game first, because that one was a nail biter. I mean, I definitely have never made any secret that I don't like teams from the Boston area. Can't stand the Patriots, but holy crap, you can't count out Tom Brady.
No, the guy's ridiculous. You know, I'm not a fan of Boston either, but I love Tom Brady. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's amazing. That may have been the game of the year to watch. Even that was such a close game.
Yeah, I could feel it though. They're trying to hold by the skin of their teeth there at the end of the game, and you just know Tom Brady's going to figure out a way to get that touchdown to Amendola, puts his feet down in the back of the end zone, barely makes it in. Oh, but it's week after week after week, so it's not even.
It's a 10-point deficit, right? It was 10 points, and he looked cool as a cucumber. Tom Brady did.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
He has, I think, he's at 5 Super Bowl rings right now. He's going for a 6th. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, something like he's been in. I'm trying to remember what the number was. How many? He's been in the
league. He's been in the league 16 seasons. He's been in the Super Bowl 8 times.
I mean, what more can you say? That's ridiculous, and it's been with different players too. You know, it's not like
different wide receivers, running backs, tight ends. He's all over the map. He just wins. It's him and Belichick. That's what it's him, Belichick, and Robert Kraft, and the owner.
Even Gronk went out, his favorite receiver in that game, and wasn't playing, and they still made it happen. That was a really fun game to watch. But you could tell, even with the having a deficit, that the Patriots had all the momentum in that, especially the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
going into it.
Yeah. Gronk, I think, will be back for the Super Bowl. He had a concussion, of course. So he's the extra bye week, I think, is going to help him out, make it so he can play in the Super Bowl, which is trouble for the Eagles.
Well, all right, yeah. So we can move on to that game, because that one I only watched probably the first quarter, and then I had some other stuff that I had to run out for, and it really looked with the first couple of drives that the Vikings had a ton of momentum in the first quarter there, and that they were going to really be able to push.
Well, it was really like the first 5 minutes of the game. It looked like.
Yeah.
They go down the field, the first drive, score a touchdown immediately. And then
even the second drive started looking good until
Keenum threw another touchdown pass, except this time it was to the Eagles.
Well, in his defense, he definitely got hit on that pass to make it short and make it a pick six. After that, it was all Eagles. It wasn't even close.
I was looking at some interesting stats. The last couple of years, the NFC championship game has been a blowout. Almost. Let me try to see if I can pull up some of the stats. So, of course, this year it was a 31-point win. Philadelphia won over Minnesota. Last year, I'm trying to pull up the. Let's see. I should have had this open already.
Who was in it last year?
The Falcons played last year.
Right. Yeah, and I mean, last year the Super Bowl game as well. You know, talking about that Brady comeback. I mean, that one was one for the ages for sure to come back and win that Super Bowl when Atlanta had the lead. So familiar territory for Brady, and hopefully with the upcoming Super Bowl. Man, I really wanted the Vikings to win just so they get it at home.
So last year it was the Falcons 44, Green Bay Packers 21.
Yeah.
And then the year before, it was Carolina Panthers 49, Arizona Cardinals 15.
Wow.
So that's 3 years in a row that the losing team just got dismantled.
Crushed. Yeah.
A couple before that, they were all close, but 3 years in a row, it's pretty. And then each of those teams have went on to lose the Super Bowl. So
Well, I mean, when you consider who we're going up against,
yeah,
it's not surprising. Yeah, it's also interesting that I don't know if interesting, but kind of typical and crazy for the Eagles fans, their reaction to winning and how they're just going insane over there.
yeah. So we won the game, so let's destroy our city.
Well, if you lose the game, you have to destroy your city too.
Yeah. So of course, there's no other option.
Yeah, interestingly enough, you know, I don't like the Eagles much either. All championships that the Tampa Bay teams have won have had to go through.
All two.
Well, no, well three.
Yeah.
Three. We didn't go through the Phillies. We didn't beat them. They beat us in the World Series. But to win the
you're
Super Bowl,
you're saying that we played them.
Yeah, we played them. We had to go through Philly in order to win the Super Bowl. We had to beat the Eagles to win the Stanley Cup. We had to beat the Flyers, and then in baseball, I think that was like 2008. We lost to the Phillies for them to win it. So I mean, it makes for a little bit of a rivalry there to have a team at least to not really root for.
Yeah. It seems like Philly is always in our way somehow in sports anyway. So. As Tampa fans, we've always been anti-Philly.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But I want to move on because I am definitely excited to talk about some Gasparilla Weekend stuff.
Yeah, huge weekend for the Bay Area. Some of our listeners,
huge, yeah.
I'm sure some of them live in Tampa or are aware of the Gasparilla festivities that are taking place this weekend.
So what it is it's, if you're not from Tampa, it's a mythical invasion by the pirate Jose Gaspar and his flotilla, taking the city hostage. The flotilla escorts the pirate ship Jose Gasparilla, which is a 165-foot-long, specifically purpose-built pirate ship that comes up the mouth of Tampa Bay and downtown. It's a 100-year tradition. After the flotilla, there's a parade that is 3.8 miles long. It's said to be the third largest parade in the United States after the Rose Bowl and the Macy's Day Parade. And
that's great. That's crazy.
Yeah, it regularly
I would have thought Mardi Gras was up there, but I guess it's pretty small from what you're saying.
Well, yeah, it's not. Well, this is 3.8
anyway.
miles of people all lining Bayshore Drive, which is actually the longest continuous sidewalk in the United States. And
still, I know it used to be. It still is,
as far as I'm aware, because now it's starting to connect even further. But that's all along Tampa Bay. So you walk. People love jogging and running right on the water there on that sidewalk, and it's all along that road that goes next to it. And previous years, there's been, they say it regularly gets 300,000 people in attendance. This year, they're expecting closer to 500,000 people. 500,000 for this parade.
That is insane.
Yeah, there's 14 marching bands, 50 distinct crews of pirates, which is basically if you have a float in the parade, you'd be a member of a crew. And there's more than 90 elaborate floats.
Wow.
The Stanley Cup's going to be there. I believe that Vinny LeCavier, is that what number you're wearing? You wearing number 4?
There's no number on this
number?
jersey.
Okay.
It's a blank.
Vinny LeCavier is, I believe, escorting the cup on one of the ships through downtown. It's gonna so the parade's gonna mix right in with the All Star Game in a lot of ways.
So Tampa also got awarded the All Star Weekend for the NHL this weekend. So on Saturday, it's going to be a madhouse.
Oh yeah,
in downtown. So if you're trying to do something in downtown, like have a nice leisurely lunch today or Saturday, don't do it.
Here's some. I'm going to put a video up here where it shows. This video is actually from Kevin Wassam. Put this video online. He's a fellow racer and Sea-Doo fanatic. And he got some drone
fanatic at that.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
very much true. So yeah, this is some video so you can get kind of an idea of what goes on. There's like thousands of boats that come into part of this flotilla, and then they start the street parade. But it's a lot of fun to be part of this weekend. Lots of rum, lots of activities going on.
Yeah. If you've never experienced it, you got to experience it. A lot of alcohol, a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I mean it's actually an entire season too, for about a month long. So there's film festivals, multiple parades. There's like a children's parade last week, which happened at about 3 o'clock, so it was a lot more tame. There's art festivals, music festivals. There's a marathon around it. This time of year, it's good to be a pirate.
Yeah. There's a themed bar over by where you live too.
Yep.
It's called Gaspar's Grotto, and it's
Love Gaspar's. Go there a lot.
yeah, it's probably the coolest bar in my opinion in Ybor. When we go down there, that's where my wife and I go too.
It's kind of a pirate bar. That's their theme.
It's probably gonna be nuts this weekend though.
It always is, and that's where we end up every time.
Yeah.
It's going to change a little bit because the All Star Game, so might be rather late when we arrive, or might not at all. But
So I think the best way probably is to hop on the little train thing.
yeah, yep. You can take the cable car, but the thing is that they get so packed that it's hard. I mean, it's like a mile walk for everything that I want to do.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be on foot, trying not to get into a vehicle unless it's an Uber.
I'm thinking a walk from Gaspar's to the arena.
It's 1.5 miles.
That's a little bit of a walk.
And then to Curtis Hickson Park is 0.8 miles. So a little bit of walking, but helps you metabolize whatever you might have in your system.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of drinking there.
Absolutely.
So hope get to see quite a few people out. I mean, with all the people that are going to be there, it's hard to meet up, but I am absolutely pumped for it. I'm ready.
Yeah. I don't know that I'm going to be able to make the Gasparilla parade, but I'm planning on making it to the All Star Game. Starts I think at 7, but I'll probably head down there early. You're going to have to.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of what they said, to start lining up at around 11 if you wanted to be anywhere near the parade route. And then with that mass exodus of people, you're going to be pushing through some crowds.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I do have tickets to the All Star Game. I will be rocking my pirate attire on Saturday, which is that's the skills competition.
Yeah, skills competition Saturday, and then the games are on Sunday. And I say games plural because there's multiple. It's like a tournament.
Yeah, I really like this new format. It makes it a lot more interesting.
3-on-3 is awesome. 3-on-3 is my favorite hockey. It's just so high pace.
Yeah.
No defense, all offense.
Yeah, and it's obviously not a real show of true talent in the term of real hockey play, but it's a lot of fun to watch. And
well, I think in 3-on-3, skill wins out more often because you're not able to play that trap or whatever defensive system that you're wanting to do.
You have so much more room.
And that's why, our Tampa Bay Lightning they're so good in 3-on-3 because we're so fast, so skilled offensively.
So we brought it up on a previous podcast. We have a few different players actually going to the All-Star Game. Our captain, of course, Steven Stamkos, is going to make it.
Yeah.
Vasilevsky, our goaltender. Kucherov, who is, I believe, still leading the league in points as of
just
a night
barely,
ago.
But yeah, he hasn't scored in a while.
Yeah, and then Victor Hedman made it to the All-Star Game, but unfortunately was injured. And as a last-minute replacement, congratulations to Lightning player Braden Point for stepping into his spot.
Yeah, it's awesome for Braden. It's a huge step to be able to make it to an All-Star Game. It's only his second full season. He was a rookie last season.
Yeah, it's crazy. And he's having a great season. We've needed him to have a great season to push the team as far as it's going.
Yeah, they're kind of the Bolts are kind of in a slump right now, and he's been their best player, I think, during that slump. He's still the one guy that every night he brings it 100%.
Mm-hmm. I mean, him and Gord. I mean, Gord, I don't think you can ever see him really take a shift off. He's at least moving his legs.
Yeah, that's why he made the team. He fought his way and he earned a spot, and now he's one of the Lightning's top nine forwards.
So for the skills competition, which do you like best? What do you look forward to?
I like the breakaway challenge. That's always fun to watch.
That's one of my favorites.
Where they come up with their crafty ideas of how to score a goal. It's been better the last couple of years because people are really thinking outside the box, using props and stuff like that.
I remember the first one that I remember as a prop was Ovechkin going out there with 2 sticks and a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
And then I think he threw 1 stick away and dove and and tried to swat the puck in.
Patrick Kane has some ridiculous moves.
His Superman puck.
Yeah.
Dressed as Superman and hit the puck that was already cut into pieces. So when it hit it shattered.
It kind of reminds me of the slam dunk contest. They've made it more interesting. Like, I'm not a huge basketball guy, but I love watching the slam dunk contest.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't have a list of all of the challenges for this one. I have the ones for last year. I'm not sure which are going to be shown off and which aren't. My favorite one to watch is I really enjoy the hardest slap shot.
Yeah.
Because that one.
But it's Chara every year. That's the problem. I like a little bit of change. Is Chara even going this year?
To be honest, I don't think he's going. Yeah.
Because he's
on the way out.
The twilight of his career now.
Yeah. But, Stamkos usually takes a shot. So Chara's slap shot is the only time I've ever known, and correct me if I'm wrong, for a slap shot, a player got in front of him. I can't remember who it was. Hit him in the shin pads and actually broke his leg through the shin pads. That's how hard Chara's slap shot was. That's...
He just hit someone in the head the other day with the slap shot. Did you see that?
No, I missed that one.
Someone got hit in the head. I can't even remember who it was, but ended up having to go to the hospital. I think they said he's all right, thankfully. So
good. Yeah, he's got one hell of a hard slap shot. Something like 108 miles an hour.
Yeah, I'm looking through the rosters right now of people that may win the hardest shot. Stamkos.
Subban on there. Weber's going to be on there, of course.
Subban, but Weber didn't make the All Star game.
Oh, he didn't make the All Star game.
No, he's had injuries this season, so he hasn't had a
whole.
Subban is on there. I'm trying to look through who else. Yeah, other than, I think that Stammer probably has a really good chance because there's no Chara and no Weber. And those are the two guys that usually beat him out.
He won it a couple of years ago. Well, it's been several years now. Like 6 years ago, he won the hardest slap shot competition.
Yeah, he gets it near 105 miles per hour, which is pretty darn fast.
Oh yeah, and his
I think it was like 104 point something.
I guarantee. So they played the Predators.
I think Brent Burns has a pretty hard slap shot too. Definitely. He's going to be there, so he'll probably be in it.
Yeah.
A lot of these points, the defensemen are the guys to look out for in this competition because they're, that's what they practice their bombs from the point. So Drew Doughty is a guy that you might see in that competition too. I don't know. I think they did release. Let me take a look and see. I think they did release the rosters.
All right. Oh, the rosters, yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say with Stamkos real quick is that while you're looking that up, a couple nights ago we played the Predators and we were down by a goal, and he got down by his face-off dot and hit a slap shot top corner to tie the game with 2 minutes left, and that one had to be over 100 miles an hour and just deadly accurate. Yeah. It's one of the, I don't know, that's a play that really gets me excited because it's just so much energy after that puck goes in. It was really exciting to see him get that one.
With a shot like that, he doesn't have time to think about it. He just does it. It's it's like a reflex.
Oh yeah, muscle memory.
Yeah. So I think those are more likely to score than when he goes in on a breakaway because he's most of the time Stamkos is not too good on a breakaway.
Well, he's a shooter. He's absolutely a shooter when it comes to. He's got that tricky. He has a tricky release. So we also have some other competitions in here like puck control, which tends to be a little bit boring in my opinion. Passing, but then there is the accuracy challenge is a fun one where they have to shoot at targets, and then there's like a relay in it. There's fastest skater is always interesting to see who comes out on top of that because they do it bracketed almost like you're at a drag race and seeing who's got the fastest car. So you get bracketed in that, and then Kucherov actually made it. I think he got second place last year, or maybe it was. Maybe he just missed the final. No, I think he got second place.
I don't think I watched the competition last year. I think something was going on.
Yeah, I can't remember who he went against, but he had just lost to, just barely lost for speed. And I know he's fast, but he doesn't have that acceleration breakaway speed that you see with some other players. He just is always on it.
Yeah, he's a quick guy. but I didn't get to see it last year, unfortunately. So
The only thing I will speak derogatory about this whole thing is I really wanted to get a Steven Stamkos All Star jersey. I went up there to purchase one, and I mean I know that you can get a jersey one like that for probably like $125 for an authentic one with the patches and everything.
yeah,
Player jerseys go a little bit more. 165 is usually normal.
I think it's like 200 now.
They're wanting 190 for the blank All-Star one, $250 for a Steven Stamkos All-Star jersey,
Yeah.
and that's before you even pay taxes. So it's just going to cost you what, about $280 for a hockey jersey for All-Star Weekend.
Yeah, and I saw online too that people were saying that they weren't doing season ticket member discounts
They
because
are
the
not.
NHL wouldn't let them do it.
Yep, because it's basically not a Lightning product, is what they're pushing it for. Yeah, kind of disappointed at that, but I know that there's going to be quite a few that are available on eBay after the weekend. So hoping to snag one of those, and because it's memorable. I mean, the last time the NHL All Star Game was here in Tampa, we were kids. I didn't go to it. I believe you did, right? 1999.
Yeah, I did. I went with one of our buddies. It was a life experience. They had a huge setup over at the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
So the game was, of course, played at the Ice Palace. This is when the Ice Palace first opened because it opened in '98.
Which would be a good reason to get the All Star Game.
That is the reason they got it. So the convention, especially as a kid, because I was a kid in 1998. I was like in my teens still. It was just really neat. It was really neat.
Yeah. Who'd you end up going with? Give him a
Dan.
shout out.
Our buddy Dan Kowalski.
Who always likens himself to Steven Stamkos in both looks and athletic ability. Yeah. Yeah, sorry you didn't get the call-up, bud. I know you're looking forward to it.
No, whatever.
So, yeah, great weekend. I am really excited for it all. There's a free concert tomorrow night in Curtis Hickson Park, part of the All-Star Game festivities. I can't.
Who's doing the concert?
Let me pull it up because it was.
I know there's a huge controversy because.
Oh, I remember who it is. That's not who's doing the outside concert. That would be better if that's who was doing the outside.
So there's a huge controversy because the All-Star Game Entertainment, they're having.
Let me tell you the outside first.
Who's outside?
The Fits and the Tantrums.
Okay, I don't know who that is. Is that
You're
two
not
separate
excited?
bands?
You're not. No. That's both. That's their name.
That'd be better
The
if
Fits
there was two
featuring
bands. There was one, the Fits, and then there was another band called the Tantrums.
Yeah.
But inside, they're having Kid Rock do the festivities, so a lot of people were upset about that.
I mean, why? Why have
Just
Kid
give
Rock? I don't get it. He's not from Tampa. He's from Detroit.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well,
what
you know
is
why?
his,
It's because that's the only guy they could get that anyone knew who they were. That's my guess.
So last year we had the college football championship here, and there was a free concert in Curtis Hickson Park the night before the game. It was Usher. They had Usher out there as their headliner for a free concert in the park. And now you get to see Kid Rock while you're actually in the game. You have to buy tickets. That's what the NHL is bringing to the table. They need to step their game up.
Well, I mean, the league size, you know what I mean? The amount of money that college football makes as opposed to NHL.
I forgot they don't have to pay salaries.
It's they don't have to pay a dime, but and the NFL too, for that matter, they're making so much more money than the NHL.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the NHL is definitely, I think, taking big strides. Especially, I mean, Tampa's undeniable, but in other markets like the Predators they have a really strong hockey core now, and it's gaining a lot of steam with people that do get frustrated with some of the antics that are in the NFL. Mm-hmm. Watching hockey, it's fun, it's fast-paced, it's hard not to have a good time.
Nashville's an awesome market. It's an underrated little city there. With the amount of music that comes out of that city, they all get involved with the team. If you watch a Predators game, there's always some country singer. Justin Timberlake's a big fan because he's from there. There's always something going on there.
Who's married to Fisher? Carrie Underwood?
Carrie Underwood, yeah.
Yeah, married to one of the...
She does.
Long time married to one of the players.
Yeah, she does anthem, the national anthem there sometimes. It's pretty neat.
I haven't been to Nashville. I really would love to go. I've heard so many great things. That's where my wife went for her bachelorette party, which I guess it's like the bachelorette party of capital of the United States.
Really?
That's what I heard. For bachelors, you think of Vegas, but for bachelorette, they go to Nashville.
That's where we went. Is Vegas.
Yep. Definitely a good time. But the way that they have, if you think of an exclamation point with the bottom dot being the stadium, there's a strip that goes north, or actually might be east of the stadium, which is just a strip of clubs and bars. Every single bar that you go into has someone that wants to make it. So they got really good talent, a lot of singers. You can't find someone that doesn't perform well when you go to these places. And like my wife called me one night while she was at some random bar, and hearing what was playing in the background that was live music, that could have been radio. I mean, that guy was really good, and he was just their Thursday slacker that they put up there.
Yeah.
But that's really neat. So you can go straight from the arena down the strip with all the afterlife and after parties from it. Something that we don't really get truly at our facility because it's like about a mile from the Ybor Strip, and then Channelside is
dead.
Yeah, well, I mean, Vinnick's going to fix that.
The other direction,
hurry up,
too.
buddy. Are you talking about Soho?
Yeah.
South Howard? Yeah, well, that's where a lot of the Lightning players used to go, at least. Like the Lodge. Lots of shenanigans going on in there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, when you're talking about how Nashville's set up, I'm thinking of the way Pittsburgh's set up. For anyone that's been to Pittsburgh, everything is all within walking distance. You have the Consol Energy Center, which is where the Penguins play, and I guess it probably is a couple-mile walk, but down the road they have Heinz Field, where the Pirates and Steelers play, and then in the middle there's a huge casino there, and there's tons of bars. There's a lot of stuff to do, all within a couple miles walking.
How is it for transportation and parking?
Sorry, PNC Park is where
right, yeah,
the Pirates play, and that's in between.
So PNC Park is supposed to be one of the most beautiful top destinations for the whole thing with visiting different major league ballparks. That's supposed to be, even though the Pirates have been traditionally terrible. That's always a highlight for people to go there because it's
PNC
nice.
Park is the nicest ballpark I've ever been to.
Yeah,
I've only been to probably like 5
Wait a
or
second,
6.
you don't think Tropicana Field's good?
It's beautiful,
Bro. We have our own set of rules for our field. How can you not love it?
Yeah, even when the players on your team start talking smack about it, there's issues.
Shit, man, they need to just get it over with. Move to Tampa.
That's the rumor.
Well, I mean, it's been a rumor for a long time, or at least the entire Tampa Bay community has been.
Well,
except for those right there.
The problem is our owner. They
the
need
city
a new owner.
The city of St. Pete doesn't want to let them go either, which is understandable.
Yeah, but
comes down to money.
Money. If he pays them off, then they'll let him go. The problem is, we're in a great position in the NHL because we have Jeff Vinnick as an owner.
Yeah.
But Sternberg isn't like Jeff Vinnick. Vinnick's willing to pay to see the results. Sternberg is not willing to pay. He wants to pocket.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So if we could have an owner like Vinnick for the Rays, I think things would just do a 180. They'd probably be selling out every game.
I've been praying and wishing for so long that Vinnick would buy the Rays.
He's still a minority owner with Boston, from what I understand.
That would last a day. He'd sell that so quick. He would sell that so quick if he had the opportunity to.
Potentially, I don't know.
What I mean, he's got all the land and opportunity.
I don't know. There might be some type of
stipulation where he can't.
He's not allowed to own 2 teams
at the same time.
I don't know what the ownership rules in the MLB are. I'm sure the NHL will probably be fine with it, but I know the MLB and NFL are a lot more strict.
Yeah.
With ownership rules.
Well, I mean, at any rate, it's.
I mean, he doesn't own the Storm anymore, so.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The AFL folded.
Right.
Football they folded, so.
All right, so before the show we were talking, and there's some big news that you're excited about, somewhat on that front. So, like, with the death of one league.
Well, Vince McMahon saw that this is the time to move in. NFL ratings are down for whatever reason. Everyone can debate why they're down. I'm not interested in that, but they are down. AFL is folding.
So there's talent out there, you're saying?
There's talent out there. There's a hole in the niche. There's some space to move in. So for anyone that watched the XFL back in the early 2000s, it only lasted for one season, but it was a league that was sanctioned by the then WWF, which is now known as the WWE. It's coming back. It's great. It's coming back. In 2020, they're saying that it'll be back.
Hopefully I don't blow our ears out with this, but I figure that this is required to play here.
Yeah,
Let's see.
It could be a mess. It could be cool. I don't know. I'm just excited about something different.
Oh, I mean, something different, but also that was entertaining. They hyped up a lot of essentially like smack talk and kind of brought that all into the mix and made it a lot more like WWE. Bringing those.
They mixed both worlds together, and they did it They did it pretty well.
Yeah. So I was going to try to get Michael Buffer playing here, but it's not loading for me quick enough. That'd be interesting if we talked about it, I think, in the first podcast about the XFL, how we'd watch if it came back around. And I'm not saying that we got big players watching our podcast here, but maybe Vince heard it.
Shout out Vince McMahon.
I'll give you advice anytime.
I'll give a shout out to Hulk Hogan too. He needs to start going back to the NHL games. Remember?
Oh wow, yeah.
When we win the cup, he was at every single game. So Hulk, you need to come back, dude.
Yeah, tear open a T-shirt and give the Lightning a spark.
That's our famous celebrity fan
from Tampa.
We have Hulk Hogan.
We have him and the guy that wears the
Nashville has like A-list celebrity singers, and we have.
Whoa, pump your brakes. Hulk Hogan is still at least a B+.
To me, no, he's an A to me.
He's
always an A.
Yeah, well, we got that
Say
guy
your prayers and eat your vitamins.
We got that guy that wears the Punisher shirt every game.
Yeah, he still comes to the games. Yep. His name's Terry something or other. He still comes to the game. I know you're talking about.
Well, unless you have anything else going on, I think I'm going to finish my rum and we can pull this show to a close.
No, enjoy the weekend. Again, if you're in Tampa, try to get out to one of the events, either the All Star Game or Gasparilla. Check it out. Appreciate you guys tuning in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much. If you're going to Gasparilla, remember to be safe and have a great time. I'll be near Curtis Hickson Park all day before heading into Amalie for the All Star Game and skills competition, so come out and say hi. Sorry for missing you guys last week. Had a kind of a weird medical issue going on that was kind of related to my car accident and stuff, and but it's kind of fitting also for this weekend. I got half of my face got paralyzed somehow, so this is the best smile I can muster. But it makes it better when I go arr.
Arr.
So if you're watching on our podcast, that'll hopefully be clearing up for me sometime soon. But once again, thank you for listening, and for Greg Hall, I'm Jose Mataro. Say ride fast, and we'll see you on the water.
See you.